Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city where you were born. You are angry at Fontaine, yes? Now you know the truth. You are his tool, brought back to Rapture to save him. You have saved many of my little ones. I owe you a debt. While you sleep, I undo some of Fontaine's mental conditioning. His control is no longer complete, but he can still pull some very unpleasant strings. We made your mind with many locks and keys. Fontaine has most of those keys, but not all. Suchong designed your mind, taught Fontaine to control you. You might find answers in Suchong's flat in Mercury Suites.
Come with me! Mama Tenenbaum said he'll help us. There he is. The one who will save us all. I like him.
And now you've got hooked up with Tenenbaum, huh, kid? She's a regular mother goose. Alright, fun's fun, kid. But now, go get stepped on by a big daddy. Would you kindly? I says, would you kindly go get stepped on by a big daddy? Seems like Mother Goose has been playing around in your egg salad. If you won't dance to that tune, I got others. Code Yellow. I just told your brain to tell your heart to stop beating. Not right off the bat, mind you. The heart's a stubborn muscle, but it ain't that stubborn.
Once you are free of Fontaine's control, then you can have your revenge. And we can keep my little ones out of his filthy hands.
That Tenenbaum ain't what you think. When you waltz through Rapture and World War II without even a scratch, you got more than leprechauns watching over you.
I was at German prison camp, only 16 years old when I realized I have love for science. The German prison camp, they put me to work on genetic experiments on other prisoners. They call me das Wunderkind, the wonder child. All I care about is, why is this one born strong and that one weak? This one smart, that one stupid.
Freeze your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces.
I saw one of the smugglers having a game of catching on the docks today. This surprised me because his hands were crippled during the war. He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from the sea slug. He woke up the next morning and he found he could move his fingers for the first time in years. I asked him if he still had that sea slug. As luck would have it, he did. This little sea slug has come along and glued together all the crazy ideas I've had since the war. It doesn't just heal damaged cells, it resurrects them. black can be reborn white, tall, short, weak, strong. But the slugs alone are not enough. I'll need money. And one other thing. As the respectable labs have all turned me away, I have turned to Fontaine's smugglers in Port Neptune for supplies. Fontaine's men are pigs. They spit, they stink. But they deliver, and they don't ask questions. They're all terrified of Fontaine. It wouldn't surprise me if he were soon running things down here.
I'm on top, not you! Man!
Spent the morning jawing with that Kraut scientist. She's damaged goods, all right, but she's no crackpot. She's gonna make me the kind of scratch that'll have Ryan look like he's running a paper route. She just needs some supplies to get the ball rolling and a friend to watch her back.
That's quite a little monster Fontaine's dug up. No formal training, no experience, but I've got to hand it to Frank. Tenenbaum is the old-timer diamond in the rough. Put her in front of a gene sequence and she's Mozart at the harpsichord. Fontaine's become some kind of boogeyman in Rapture. That myth gives him power. But peel back flim flam and a humbug, he's just another conman. He worries he'll end up on the wrong side of grift. That's why he commissioned the Lot 192. The antidote to the mental control plasmid.
It's all about results!
I knew there was something to that. Always secrets when with Suchong, always secret. He must have this Lot 192 in his labs near Apollo Square. I once stole a dose and brought it back to my flat on the second floor, but I never knew what Lot 192 was for. But if Suchong was doing something in secret, on this I keep my eye.
Adam acts like a benign cancer, destroying native cells and replacing them with unstable stem versions.
I don't like this any more than you do, kid. But you gotta understand where I'm coming from. I got 12 years down here. Big investment. Man can't walk away from a long con like that.
While this very instability is what gives it its amazing properties, it is also what causes the cosmetic and mental damage. You need more and more Adam just to keep back the tide. From a medical standpoint, this is catastrophic. From a business standpoint, well, Fontaine sees the possibilities.
Run, you pathetic!
The augmentation procedure is a success. The slugs alone could not provide enough Adam for serious work, but combined with the host, now we have something. The slug is embedded in the lining of the host's stomach, and after the host feeds, we induce regurgitation. And then we have 20-30 times yield of usable Adam. The problem now is the shortage of hosts. Fontaine says patience, Tenenbaum. Soon, the first home for little sisters will open, and that problem will be solved. I know why it has to be children, but why just girls? This I cannot determine why, but I know it is so. It is amazing to watch the effect of Adam on their small bodies. Their own cells replaced by the new stems the instant they are damaged. These children are practically invulnerable. It is a shame you could not do the same thing to an adult. There would be quite a market for a man you could not kill.
You come to my town?
Look at my home, torn apart by Fontaine and his pigs. No doubt he had the samples of Lot 192 taken to his penthouse. Entrance is in lobby. You will not believe me, but there was a time when this place was all so beautiful.
We tossed Mother Goose's roost the moment she decided to grow a conscience. You won't find nothing here, kid, except maybe her memories. And trust me on this, you don't want them.
The children must remain functional to be effective producers of Atom. I had hoped we placed them into vegetative states so they would be more pliable. I find being around them very uncomfortable.
How dare you!
Even with those things implanted in their bellies, they are still children.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B. This one's a ripe mystery.
They play and sing. Sometimes they look at me and they don't stop.
These children I brutalized have awoken something inside that for most is beautiful and natural, but in me is an abomination. My maternal instinct.
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth, is thick and green. Her filthy hair hanging in her face, dirty clothes, and that dead glow in her eye. I feel hatred, like I never felt before, in my chest, bitter, burning fury. I can barely breathe. And suddenly I know, it is not this child I hate.
I'm gonna miss this place. Rapture was a candy store for a guy like me. Guys who thought they knew it all, dames who thought they'd seen it all. Give me a smart mark over a dumb one every time. These sad saps. They come to Rapture thinking they're gonna be captains of industry. But they all forget that somebody's gotta scrub the toilets. What an angle they gave me. I hand these mugs a cot and a bowl of soup, and they give me their lives. Who needs an army when I got Fontaine's Home for the Poor?
Lot 192 has reorganized your entire plasmid structure. I should have known you would need a larger dosage.
Now go find Suchong's lab in Artemis Suite. In there, no doubt there will be more of this Lot 192.
Outstretched hands. They're attuned for me, but what is that?
Never play a man for the short con when you can play him for the long one. Atlas is the longest con of all. Ryan wanted Frank Fontaine dead. I just gave him what he wanted. As Atlas, I got a new face, a clean record, and a fresh start. Now, time to take back Rapture.
Help me, so please.
Oh, Mrs. McClintock! What are you doing here? Let me just turn this off.
Wallet a little light? At Surgical Savings, we'll happily work out an affordable payment plan for any major procedure. Potentially terminal illnesses won't wait until payday.
Not only are those little girls veritable atom factories, they're nearly indestructible, but their relationship with the implanted slugs is symbiotic. If you harvest the slug, the host will die. So you see, it's not like killing, Tenenbaum said. It's more like removing a terminal patient from life support.
Fontaine is dead. Bad for Fontaine. Good for Suchong. Play hard to get for a bit. Then Mr. Ryan get hungry for me. Tenenbaum gone, Fontaine gone. Suchong only one who know all about little sister. Like I said, it's very good for Suchong.
I'm good looking. Can't they see that?
There has been tremendous pressure to regulate this plasmid business. There have been side effects, blindness, insanity, death. Is there blood in the streets? Of course. Have some chosen to destroy themselves with careless splicing? Undeniable. But I will make no proclamations. I will dictate no laws. But what use is our ideology if it is not tested? The great chain moves slowly, but with wisdom. It is our impatience that invites in the parasite of big government. Dr. Suchong, frankly, I'm shocked by your proposal. If we were to modify the structure of our commercial plasmid line as you propose, to have them make the user vulnerable to mental suggestion through pheromones, would we not be able to effectively control the actions of the citizens of Rapture? Free will is the cornerstone of this city. The thought of sacrificing it is abhorrent. However, we are indeed in a time of war. If Atlas and his bandits have their way, will they not turn us into slaves? And what will become of free will then? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
War, a terrible thing. Japanese kill every man in my city, except for Suchong. Suchong have opium. Very good opium. This war, terrible thing too, but not for Suchong. Everyone's scared now. Everyone need Adam. More than little sisters can make. Good news is war makes lots of corpses. Suchong knows a way to recycle Adam from corpses, but can't send a little sister out to street unprotected. Suchong must think on this.